So, it's time for question and answer bombshell 32. I had to get excited about this, so here we go. Question number 1. What's something you intended to do today but didn't, and why not? Well, I would say something that I intended to do today and did not get done. I always tell myself, Donna, don't forget that you need more tension headache medicine, even though it's just half full. And I forgot to go to Walgreens to get that. And why not? I forgot. What room in the house reflects your personality, and explain why? I like to think that every room in this house reflects my personality. From the front room, which is basically my grandparents, and I love seeing their pictures and feeling them in the room there with all the country music singers, and myself included, because there's me when I had pigtails with Ralph Emery and Jim Glazer, who passed away this year, rest in peace, to Whisper and Bill Anderson, which we're going to go see June 14th, to Becky Hobbs, and many others. I just like to think that throughout the house, there's a little bit of everybody in this family. And I think that's a great thing, because every house should be built on love. And I think that's something that's always pulling the whole home together. Which do you do more often, hum or whistle? And hum or whistle, your answer. Boy, you're not asking much. I like to whistle, and I still do, even after the tooth thing. See? When was the last picnic you went on? Describe it. Oh, good gravy. I don't even know. That's how long ago it's been. I just really don't know. I can't even put a time on it. It's been too long. Probably my birthday, when I turned 35, we went to Fox Ridge. There we go. And everybody was over there, Grandma and Grandpa. They didn't walk no trails, but they enjoyed chatting with people. And it was a most memorable birthday for that reason alone. I guess it wasn't 35, maybe 34, 33, 34, somewhere in there. But that was memorable. Okay. What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear the word quote unquote fun? Helping others. I think whether that's my relationship advice or whether it's just advice, period, it's not fun, but it's guiding. It's like I guide. Fun to me, I don't really know that definition too much anymore. Rather than getting all my chores complete, making sure that I'm just so on schedule. I don't really know the definition of that word. When you leave a room, do you turn the lights off behind you or keep the lights on throughout the home most of the time? Explain your answer. It depends on who you ask on this one, but when I go to the bathroom, we have 2 lights in the bathroom. I like them both on so I have good lighting. And sometimes I'm bad about leaving the lights on, but for me and my eyesight, especially if I don't have my glasses on, I need just to go and have light, so I like to leave the light on. When talking to someone while standing, are your arms usually at your side, in your pocket, crossed in front of you, gesturing discreetly? Demonstrate your answer. It depends on the situation and how wound up I am. If it's something that I'm very passionate about and I want to demonstrate, I will get my hands okay, like if it was a car situation and I'm parked here and somebody's parked there, then I will demonstrate. But if it's just everyday thing and I'm not wound up, I'll probably just stand there big deal, When you travel, do you pack too much or too little? Too much. I'm like, okay, you got to have this, you got to have some of this and this and this. I get that from Grandma. She always made sure that we always had everything packed with us, and the kitchen sink, as Grandpa would say. What's your favorite subject to discuss and why? I've got lots of favorite subjects. There's times that I could probably speak for hours on how proud I am about all of my nieces. There's times that I could probably speak for hours about my family, each and every single one of them. And there's times I could probably talk about Vacations, I don't really have a favorite subject, actually. What is one of your favorite souvenirs brought back from your travels, and where do you keep it? The only major souvenir, well, I guess I have like some little things that I brought back from Silver Dollar City the last time that my mom, me, and my dad went. I still have the mama bear and the baby bear. And the time that I got lost at Opryland, I still have Tokyo Joe. And let's see. I have a little cast iron, I guess it's cast iron. It's a horse, carousel horse from Six Flags. So, yeah, I mean, I do keep a lot of things. And of course, Po Folks. I've got 2 wooden games from there because I swear to goodness, someday I'm going to get back to Po Folks. Just saying. Oh, I keep it all around my room to answer that question. I like to be surrounded with good memories, so I keep those things close. Where's your favorite place to go when you want to be alone, and why? My workout bike downstairs in the basement. It helps me just relieve stress from the day, get my mind off of everything, and be like, okay, I'm good. Can you remember the address of one of your childhood homes? If so, what was it? I had 3 childhood homes. Well, 4 if you count this house. But one was 31 Westwood in Mattoon, 1309 Rudy, 644 Woodlawn, and then here. So I guess I can remember all of them. How have your priorities changed over time? Oh boy. You know, I had priorities with every relationship that I've ever been in, and I think that over time you'll see that you grow from everything, and you grow with hurt, you grow with, okay, you know what, I love, and apparently I love too much, so I just got to do this on my own, and that's where I'm at. Recently you lost your tooth. Did your tooth fairy visit? Ha ha. I got a Hallmark movie, and that was from Grandpa. So I guess, yeah, the tooth fairy kind of visited, but that was it. I didn't get no icy. I didn't get no shake, but I'm not jealous or nothing. Just saying. What nightmare woke you up in a panic? I won't say it woke me up in a panic, but I had a dream that I got married. And that was and it wasn't a nightmare. It was just like, it was kind of funny because once I got there at, across from the groom, I was like all wound up going, but what about Peanut? What about Sammy? What about Grandma? Where are they all going to live? Oh, Grandpa, not Grandma, sorry. And it was just so cute because the guy looked at my mom and goes, Marsha, she needs Valium. And, I don't know. I know that it'll never happen, but it was nice. Quote, life is not measured by the number of breaths you take, but by the moments that take your breath away. End quote. George Carlin. When have you had such a moment? I think in life, when we, get to meet either somebody famous like Garth Brooks, like I have got to meet Garth, or Wade Hayes, those moments take your breath away. And it's not just because they're famous, but because of how much of a person they are and how they treat you. And how they treat you just like another person, not somebody who's dirt, or not good enough to talk to them. To me, that persona tells you everything you need to know. What's the story behind a time when a car you were in broke down? Oh my land. My 1992 Cutlass Sierra Oldsmobile. I'll never forget that thing, okay? I had a flat tire outside my place of employment, which was Walmart. It was the dead of winter, and I had to walk to work. I was halfway, and we're talking snow flying and everything, halfway walking past the McDonald's to get to Walmart, this nice lady stopped, pulled up, and took me, it was to the door. And she was an elderly lady. And she just said, I said, what can I give you for taking me? And she goes, nothing. She goes, you don't owe me a thing. She says, just help somebody out someday. And I was just like, wow. And that always resonated me. It really did. And I hope that throughout my life I do try to keep helping the less fortunate. To me, that's what I like to do. I like to help the less fortunate when I can. And I don't want to see anybody struggle or not be able to make it in life. So if I can help them out, then that's what I want to do. If you could change one thing about your personality, how would you be different? Oh, one thing, my hot temper. That would probably be the first thing. Jumping to conclusions, definitely a close second. And I know they said one thing, but I've got some bad qualities that I would love to change. My next thing I would say that I would love to change, of course, my looks, but I know that's not personality. Not be so scared or think the worst and think, oh man, I can't even pick up the phone. I can't call because this person hates me and he doesn't want to talk to me and he thinks that I'm the devil. So, I think sometimes my fear, because I've seen a lot of tempers in my life and seen a lot of anger. So, I just choose to back off, to be safe. If you could live your life all over again, would you? Explain. I have been blessed with so many different experiences, good and bad. Would I change the bad? Yes. Would I take more chances? Yes. But most importantly, I wouldn't be so scared. I wouldn't be like, you know what? I don't want to tell him how I feel because what if he walks away? I don't want to tell him that I fall too fast, but I do because I'm one of these romantics at heart. But I do. And when I give all, I'm all in. Meaning that I'm not a fast train, but I like to see a relationship grow. I like to see it not struggle, not have to worry about outside interferences, and be like enough so there wouldn't be anything that could make a relationship go south and in a hurry. But I always, for some reason, believe that I'm never enough. So I think that's one reason that I get scared, that I'm not enough, because of my beliefs, and I'm so strong and I'm so strict in those beliefs. But yet, I don't know, it's just never going to happen for me, and I really hope and I pray that you all out there have a better life. If you could rob from the rich and give to the poor and get away with it, would you do it, and why? The only thing I would say on that, I don't believe in robbing anybody, even though it would mean bettering the poor and all that. Why can't we just make it an even playing field, Why does it have to be this person is better than that person because of where they live, or this person is better than that person because of who they are? To me, if you are that uppity, then you're no better than anybody else. Everybody puts their pants on the same way. Everybody talks to each other the same way. There's nobody better than anybody else. So, I would say just treat others the way you want to be treated. And don't be someone who thinks they're above everybody. Because then that's just an egotistical SOB. And nobody wants to be around that. So, with that being said, I love you all, but I must go work out. And hopefully someday I'll get satisfied with my weight, but I'm not there by any means. And when I get more details about how I'm going to do Grandpa's birthday, I will let you know. I promise. But I'm not there yet, so you just got to bear with me. And I'm just hoping for the best at this point on a lot of things, but I really want Grandpa's birthday to be one of these where he realizes how much he means to this family and how much we need him here. And without Grandma, we've all struggled, and it's all been harder, yes, but he's got a bright future ahead of him still, and I want him to realize that. And hopefully life improves for all of us, because I don't know about y'all, but I'm getting sick and tired of seeing me on here crying. Well, good night, and if I can come back and see you tomorrow, I will.